in this episode.
I was just thinking to myself, like, every redwood forest we go to has like roads to get there. Welcome to yet another episode of Drivoholics. I'm Marlon, your host.
And I'm Anton. It's still us, just like the first episode. The only addition is our new cool shirts. Besides that, we are still all about Australia's greatest driving roads, and we've got quite an exciting route lined up for today.
That's right. So this time around, we're starting on the east side of Melbourne, starting at a place called Mount Donna Buang, just outside of Warburton, and then we'll be working our way up to Marysville.
You may notice in a few minutes that our attire and the weather don't really match. The reason for that is we're actually filming introduction last due to some planning mishaps, but don't let that distract you from an otherwise fantastic episode.
That's right. Before we continue on this journey, make sure to give a thumbs up if you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to keep up to date. That's Facebook at Drivoholics, Instagram at Drivoholics, and Twitter at Drivoholics.
That's right.
Onwards.
We start our journey from Mount Donna Buang, located northeast of Melbourne. Then we'll be driving downhill towards Warburton and make a pit stop at the Rainforest Gallery before we stop at Warburton for breakfast. From Warburton, we'll be travelling north towards the Redwood Forest and continue our journey to Marysville, stopping at a scenic lookout called Nickel Lookout. From Marysville, we will be taking a short drive towards Stevenson Falls, which will be our final stop for the day.
Well, we've arrived at Mount Donna Buang, and it's a bit of a surprise. It is still quite the winter wonderland. I think it's about 0 degrees at the moment, and while it does look quite spectacular, it did catch us by surprise. Marlon, how are you finding it?
It's cold. I can't feel my hand.
So the mountain summit itself is 1,245 meters above sea level. The tower, I think, stretches for another 30. Well, I said 1,245, but the sign says 1,250. Maybe the 5 meters accounts for the big concrete block.
Donna Buang is a form of its original name, means the body of the mountain. The forest here was used for logging timber in the early 1900s. Some tram lines and trails can still be found. Up until the 1950s, it was also a snow resort with lodges, cafes and skiing facilities, even though the snow cover here is marginal. Now there's a challenging cycling route from Warburton to the summit, with 6% elevation over nearly 17 kilometers. There are many walks too, from moderate to hard, some up to 6 kilometers long. There are picnic facilities nearby as well, and many examples of flora and fauna to spot.
Well, we're at the top of the tower, and then it's freaking cold. It feels like it's about -1, -2. What do you reckon?
Right now, it feels like -10.
I wouldn't say -10, but I can't feel my hands. Also, you can't really see anything from... Oh, you can see our cars. But when it is clear, you can see quite far. Potentially all the way up to Melbourne, although I'm not too sure. But definitely the Yarra Ranges park. It's quite a nice panorama. Unfortunately now, it's a little bit hazy and a little bit foggy. Yeah, I can't feel my hands.
Alright, we're done with Donna Buang. We're about to head down to Warburton, refill, and continue on the journey.
Whoa!
We're at the Rainforest Gallery just outside Warburton. We're just going to walk down, there's a small track about 300 meters long. Quite a few variety in terms of fauna. Ash trees, ferns, and then there are trees like 60 meters long, tall I should say, and then we'll show you some.
Expecting a dinosaur to pop out at any second. Next stop is Warburton, right?
Correct. Make a big stop. Refuel.
Refuel. Big country breakfast.
Warburton is about 70 kilometers from Melbourne with a population of about 2,000 and was once considered a prime mountain escape for Melbournians. It was named after Charles Warburton Carr, a Goldfields police magistrate. The name became official in 1884. Warburton Highway that we're on right now is the commercial center of the town. As you can see, there are lots of cafes here, buildings dating back to the 1900s, parklands and sporting facilities near the Yarra River. There was a railway too, closed in 1965. The 40-kilometer trail is now used by pedestrians, cyclists and horse riders. Lala Falls are also nearby, accessed via a 1.5-kilometer long track. The Upper Yarra Arts Centre, located on the main street, includes the Warburton Mechanics Institute Hall, Arts Studio and the Mecca Theatre. There are regular events here, from art exhibitions to movies, shows, workshops and festivals. The 3-kilometer Yarra River Walk is a fantastic after-lunch amble. There is an iconic swing bridge and the Story Reserve, and more than a few places to relax along the way. After a sub-zero start to the day, we are now, it seems like in another country. All of a sudden it's 20 degrees, the sun's shining, the sky is blue. Just mind-blowing. We have just left Warburton, where we had a very nice lunch. Actually packed with people. Yeah, it is a public holiday in Victoria today, so there is everyone walking, having lunch, going for walks. Lots of families, lots of kids. So we are now on the way to Marysville. No doubt we'll stop a few times on the way. There are quite a few good lookouts and a few interesting things to see. We're taking a slightly longer route through the Yarra Ranges National Park. So we'll speak more on the way. It seems like no matter where we drive, we can't get away from dirt roads. Oh, there's a massive lump. I'll just wait for everyone to pass.
down any road ever. Hopefully Mowen's exhaust falls off. Call Mullen Joseph.
Yo,
Mullen, what the hell?
I know. There's no point going further because it's gonna be fully packed, I think.
Nah.
Wanna turn around?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm like, I was just thinking to myself, like, every redwood forest we go to has like roads to get there.
Yeah, it must be a curse of the Reds.
I think it's a prerequisite for like redwood forest if you're gonna plant one. Make sure it's like in the middle of nowhere. With roads.
Are you just going for extra beeps right now, or? Yeah, we're still trying to get out from the park. Check out all the people. Just thought I'd stop and be a bit of a hoon. Wonder if you can pick up those exhaust notes. I want to have it on film that Mowen is extremely unprofessional with his GoPro usage. He's literally been going for half an hour now, Mowen.
On the right one though.
The right one. Every GoPro move takes a very, very long time. Come on, Mowen. Daylight's burning. That was a fantastic drive.
That's the best drive we had since we've been here before.
For a while. Well,
Yeah.
this is a
Usually
fantastic
we're
road.
stuck behind traffic.
Yeah, but the road is so smooth and the turns are fantastic.
And it's not wet, it's completely dry, so you could push it as much as you want.
That's
within
right.
reason, obviously. But
Of
yeah.
course, always be reasonable, always follow the speed limit. But if anyone's wondering what happens when an S3 gets pushed too hard, is understeer.
Yeah.
But you do get a very nice drift, maybe, sometimes. Just a little wiggle. So still on the way to Marysville, we stopped for a second. There's a place here that was ravaged by really quite significant bushfires a couple of years ago. And
Actually, it was last September.
it wasn't last September.
It was.
No, it was more than a year, more than that.
No,
We
it
should
was an
conf-
article.
It was.
I know it's there.
Okay, we'll confirm it, and then yeah, we'll make
there's a link.
corrections for the video. Yeah, okay, there'll be a link
The
from
material.
Mowen. Anyway, still, even if it's just a year, it looks quite unsettling.
Yeah, I think we drove past a burnt, I think it was a pickup truck,
That's right.
but we couldn't stop there, so
kept carrying on and found
Well,
this little opening.
Yep, you can see some new growth sprouting from the bent tree trunks. These are all eucalypt trees, by the way. There's more footage for you here. It is very unsettling. Can't imagine how massive it would have been.
Just arrived at Nickel Lookout.
That's right, almost at Marysville. The views are spectacular.
That's right, look at that.
Oi, what about me? I want to be in the frame.
You want the best one. Pretty beautiful, just outside Marysville. Alright, we're at Bruno's Art Gallery in Marysville. It's a free walk-in, basically an outdoor art gallery where Bruno set up sculptures and bits and pieces that he's been working on. Unfortunately it was destroyed during the 2009 fires, and now it's currently being rebuilt and in the process of being rebuilt. So when in the area, feel free to come in, donate if you want to, and yeah, give a thumbs up on Google. Another noteworthy establishment is the Marysville Old Fashioned Lolly Shop. Here they make their own candy and lollies, and also have some exciting collection of imported candy from America. Just the perfect place to refuel yourself after the amazing drive you just had.
Welcome to the Stevenson Falls. Some say the highest waterfall in Victoria. I think the height is about 84 meters, and it drops down on a few little steps. It's only about 3 kilometers from Marysville, and you can get here by a country gully trail or by driving.
Here we are at the end of yet another episode of Drivoholics. Today was a full-on day.
Yeah, that's right. We kind of faced a couple of challenges. There was quite a bit of traffic because of the public holiday in Victoria, and the weather was a bit adverse at the start.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the drive from Warburton to Marysville. The roads were dry, the roads were windy, basically not much people on that road for that segment at least. And yeah, I had a blast. Hope you had the same thing.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. The sun was shining. I really got to enjoy the car. It was super great.
That's right.
Yep. I guess before we wrap up, if you really do like our shirts, please reach out. There's an email link below. Otherwise,
Before we go, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, and also make sure to follow us on Instagram at Drivoholics. We have a Facebook group, Drivoholics, and Twitter at Drivoholics. So subscribe and follow us to be up to date with all the latest content.
that's right. And see you next time.
See ya!